Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So we are getting a pretty huge gap down today. Looks like I'm getting too bullish on this pullback. Looks like I'm not on the same page with the market this time. So like when I'm doing the scans and checking the watch list, yeah, definitely I saw some signs of danger, from some stocks. I think Quantums is one of them. Oh yeah, one of them. So after this failed breakouts and then got follow through to the downside and cannot find support at the weekly 9. I think they are pretty strong, weakness, a sign of weakness to me. Another one is BE, and yesterday it opens near the all-time highs at the high of the previous candle, but we got a huge pretty strong rejection at the highs, like right after making the new highs, and then flush into the downside. Never got a strong bounce off the support. Yeah, also not looking that good, and some volume coming in, not very enormous, but yeah, still not a really good fan of this type of candle, and also some breakdown from the previous leaders, but yeah, a small amount of them, such as iron also haven't found any support after breaking down from the 9, and now it's below the weekly 21 as well. I think AXTI is one of them, like the previous really crazy, like up almost 7,000%, and this is the first pullback. Like this is the first time it loses the 50, and now it's coming into the 150, which could be the first support level that it could find. Yeah, but also like light is going sideways for almost two months. Definitely, I think it can go like both ways. But now, like it spends a little bit more and more time below the 50 EMA and also like the 21 EMA. Yeah, but it can definitely like still possible, like going both ways. It's like it's only going sideways, and like too early to tell. But yeah, this is some signs of weakness, but still I'm not be like gonna sell all my positions right now, or like getting into shorts right now. Especially today is a gap down, which I don't like doing that. And on the other hand, like the market is still at the support level. They're still hanging around, although like it's looking pretty ugly, and like there's some cracks amongst different corners in the market. But I like SPY at the 50 EMA. I gap down into the 50 EMA. I don't know. Maybe I'm too early, and today would be the day for finding support at the 9 weekly, and also like IWM is still at the highs. It's still well above the 9 EMA, not even at the 21. I just couldn't be bearish when the IWM is like trending steadily up. Letting the new positions to get stopped out. Yes, if I get stopped out, I got stopped out. No second guessing and no ego. Don't try to prove yourself right when the market tells you you're not. And like if you just like GFS is gapping gapping down below my stops, and if you're trying to wait, generally it is going to lead to a larger loss. And AMAT is looking a little bit starting to accelerate a little bit, and huge volume yesterday, but yeah, it's still too early to say, and it's like the volume is not like double from the previous days. Like it's almost doubles, but like if it's a really parabolic volume expansion, it should be like maybe 15 billion or even 20 billion day dollar volume would be more significant. Yeah, but the price is getting a little bit extended, but it's just a little bit. We'll see, and I would be really like upset if the market found support today, because like if it's really finding support and I am doing all the trades that I'm buying too early and get stopped out before it's really bouncing off the lows, then yeah, that would be really sad. But what I'm trying to do right now is definitely not panic selling and trying to wait. I think yeah, probably no trades today, or yeah, but definitely gonna slow down a little bit, and let's see how it goes. I think if Corning really did like printing a huge red candle, I don't know, maybe the 60-minute 50 EMA, like it really like go all the way down back to 200 area. I would think there will be the writings on the wall. I think like a failed breakout with a huge volume when it comes down again. AOI is back into the weekly 21 and the previous highs of the base. If I'm not like getting too many losing trades in the previous days, in this few days, in the past few days, maybe I'm gonna try like buying off the lows at this type of weekly support structure, but definitely not what I would like to try right now. And we can come back and see how, like, where could AOI find support like to help get a sense of like buying on the weekly charts. Gonna give a little try on net today. Cybersecurity sector as a whole is doing pretty well during this correction. So it looks like we are getting a bounce, and a lot of the names are finding support just now, but at the same time, a lot of them is running into the declining 9. Therefore, I think I'm not gonna do very aggressive buys, although the market seems like it's finding support for now. When flash and net will be the only 2 trades that I'm going to take today. Yeah, although you can avoid trading, you can like sitting out on this type of reversal days, like below the 9 and 21 EMA. You can definitely sit out and wait for the general market to show the confirmation, like maybe the 60-minute reclaim of the 9 EMA, or even waiting for the breakout of the daily 9 and 21. But on this type of down days, and especially opening red and bouncing and bouncing higher intraday, it's great to look for the stocks with relative strength. At this type, these days is it's very important for you to spot the next the leaders of the next leg up. Riot looks pretty strong today. I think a lot of the data center name and HUD is also HUD is fine. Definitely BB after yesterday's gap up. I think the EP earnings day having followed through to the upside. That's really, really impressive. When the market is near the 50 EMA, BB is at the all-time highs. But this is really hard to catch this type of moves because the market is too weak and you really need to buy it. Yeah, maybe today it could be actually a buy too, but it will be like I don't know, like it's just based off the 15-minute 50 EMA. But I mean, if you really would like to get into this stock, this type of stocks, I think this type of entries are the only one you get. The doc is reclaiming the 9 and 21. Nokia looks pretty bad, but it's at the weekly 9. At the weekly 9 after a huge 150% move. If we can see undercut and reclaim of the previous lows and the 50 EMA, that would be great. But if we see continuous follow through on the downside, then maybe we need a little bit of we need to be a little bit more careful. This MXL also looks pretty decent, going sideways during the recent pullback above all the EMAs. Relative strength, and you're doing quite well. I mean, if you're deciding what to buy after when the market really regain the strength and find support, I think BE is definitely not the one that I would like to focus on right now, unless it could somehow regain the grounds and get back above the 9 EMA today. I think that would be highly unlikely. But let's say if this is gonna be the close of the day, you mean this MXL versus BE, you know which one you're gonna take. Ooh, mRNA, really clean breakouts today. Would you consider QNT if the quantum name starts bouncing? Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, I think I will, and I think this is a really good one, and it's doing so strong compared to its peers. And yesterday or today near the open could be also a pullback buy off the lows. Maybe use a 1 minute breakout, but it's a little bit illiquid a little bit illiquid to trade, although it is a 40 billion market cap stock. Anything you could have done better this week? Yeah, looking back, I think buying off the lows on Wednesday is really a little bit too early. Could have prevented it at around 7-11 level. I think around here. Yeah, because it's a little bit, we still get a little bit of room into the 50 EMA on the daily chart and the 9 EMA on the weekly. So yeah, I think buying off the lows here could be prevented. Yesterday, I think it was fine, although I got stopped out from many positions. But yesterday, I actually think it's a really high risk reward play off the lows. But unfortunately, it doesn't work out that well. And I think yesterday is if I can take the trade again, I think I'm still going to take them. But on Wednesday, that one could be prevented. That could be skipped. And Yeah, Wednesday is a little bit too early. IBKR hasn't filled my stop order on net just yet. Oh, got filled right after I pointing it out. Yeah, net, the stop is really tight. I think I'm only risking like 0.1 to 0.15% of my portfolio on these two buys. So it's then I'm not going crazy like on taking the risk on this type of trades. Do you think you traded better this year so far in comparison to last year? Do you achieve your goals of holding winners longer, and did that fulfill your P&L goals? Yes, I do think I traded a bit better this year, especially on holding my winners. Although I still like selling a lot of the leaders very early, like ARM and Marfel. I consider myself like improved quite a lot on holding into the first leg up, and also I don't know like how it's gonna end up, like MU or maybe like Scyther. I didn't sell it off the lows today. I'm still using my stop, respecting my stop, using my stop to guide me during the pullback. Yeah, I think holding onto the winners, I did it. I did it pretty well. I think I improved quite a lot this year, and probably also I think one of the biggest improvement that I've made. I don't have any P&L goals actually, and I believe you should focus on your trades and trades only. Like the P&L is just a byproduct from your trades. If you can take good care of your trades, the money will follow. Yesterday you said you want to see nets to get above the declining 9 and 21 daily first. What causes you to change your mind today? Yeah. I think the major reason is definitely the general weakness of the market. So many of the names are gapping down, and it's down maybe like 2, 3, 4% at the open, and net is doing quite well off the lows after like in the first 15-30 minutes when the market, like when the kills is still down around 1%, net is around break even. And I mean, if the market can continues bouncing higher, really find the support, really print the low right at the weekly 9 EMA in the open this morning, probably net is going to like follow through with the general market strength. If the market's really starting to improve, and maybe going into the 720 area. So yeah, I was kind of buying it early, maybe like anticipating the breakout of the 9 and 21. So looks like I'm wrong of buying it early. Maybe I should really wait. But it's I mean it's really hard to, like, it's always trading in hindsight. Like if this one successfully breaks out, then I mean it's all about probability, and I understand that could be will be a higher chance of being stopped out because of buying it below the 9 and 21. So therefore I really set my stop tight enough. Like if I'm wrong, I'm just losing a really tiny amount, and then I really trying to like reducing my risk to offset the high chance of failing. But maybe I should just let it go and avoid trading it. I struggle with taking profits so much. I have had over 5-hour positions turn on me. So keen to figure that out. Martin, be good to know if you ever move stops to break even or not. I think recently I I've been moving my stop to break even less and less less and less often. I'm either I take the loss or I'm just going to let it do its own thing. And for a 5-hour positions, like losing a 5-hour profits, like maybe going a round trip, I mean, it really depends. For example, if you are like starting the year, you're flat in the year, or you're just it's only the first few positions that you take after your equity curve drawdown, like after you have pullback, you have a 15% drawdown from your peak equity, and you are a trader that may be a little bit risk averse, like you really hate drawdown, or you really hate volatility in your equity curve. Like they are all factors affecting you whether you should like take your profits, like trim your profits on the way up. And yeah, it really depends. In my opinion, if you're buying the position maybe off the lows around here or somewhere, I think if you're buying it at the near the height above the 9 EMA right around here, then you got stopped out after a few days after the market gap down. Then I think it's acceptable. I think it's for me, I'm still holding my full position on Cypher after being up 25%, and now it's almost hit my stop today. I'm still holding the full position, and I think it's better to hold rather than selling it into strength after a pullback, after a correction, after a consolidation. And it's a pretty I would say solid consolidation. So it is a pullback into the 50 EMA. It's not into the 9 EMA or maybe the 21 EMA. So a pullback into the 50 EMA, I consider it as a solid pullback, and could set up for it for the next, I don't know, like a longer uptrend compared to a pullback into the 9 or 21 EMA. So I think on the other hand, if I'm buying off the 9 EMA around here, or even like near the highs, then I will be more leaning towards selling more into strength, and because you have a higher chance for a deep pullback, like a pullback into the 21 or the 50 EMA. Why do you think the market will have a higher chance of a leg up higher than a choppy market? I think we could also have a pretty high chance of getting a choppy market, actually. Yeah, I don't quite like some of the semi or the AI names breaking down from the previous lows or the support levels, like this NVT rejected by the 21 EMA, and this AMKR is also breaking down from the previous lows. Yeah, and I don't know, this candle is really ugly. It just doesn't look right. We also get some gap downs into the ugly weekly candle as well. Monday try to push higher, like looks like a strong breakout, and then we got a gap down into the 50 EMA. The software actually looks pretty strong today, although many of them are like running into the declining 9 or 21, so it depends on where they close. IBM looks pretty strong today. What I think is it's not worth the time of spending in front of the screen today. And yeah, I think I would keep monitoring Corning. I think I would treat Corning as my anchor on the market strength. Yeah, I think pretty diverse right now across the market, and really hard to say which way the market would like to go. So the best thing we should do is maybe just be a little bit patient and let the market tells us. And the worst thing it could happen is a chop. I really don't want to chop a sideways market like maybe November last year to December last year. It would be a nightmare. So yeah, I think that's the end of today's stream. And yeah, stay safe, and looks like we're getting some weakness over here. So thank you guys for coming, and we'll see you in the next one.